Game on! Welcome to another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I am so excited to have on just a 24-year-old from Birmingham, Michigan, USA. Came up as a puppy through the USHL with the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders and ran amok with the Waterloo Blackhawks, earning his way to my Broncos of Western Michigan, who are the reigning national champions. He
Yep.
stopped in for 2 seasons with the Broncos, and in just his second season, put up 42 points, and for fun was a plus 20, earning a pro deal with the Vancouver Canucks. He's become a legend of those Abbotsford Canucks and just became a Calder Cup champion. Winning is fun. Also, for fun last season, made his NHL debut with Vancouver and ended up lacing up for 29 games in his rookie season and looks to be lots more on the horizon. Welcome to the farm, Max
Wow.
Sasson.
That's one of the better intros I've ever heard of myself. It sounds a lot better too that I got the Calder Cup champion under my name too now.
Well, that's
But that was a
still
that was a
pretty
hell of an
fresh,
intro.
eh? Well,
So
thank you. I've
yeah,
been
thanks.
practicing.
Thank you, bro.
It's almost
Yeah.
like my 500th episode, so I've been practicing.
I was gonna say I did do my some research on the pod this morning. I was listening to an episode. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good pod you got.
Well, thanks. And actually, again, now we know each other. One of the guys you played with at Western has been on, who also made his NHL debut, Ethan Frank.
Oh, was he on?
Oh yeah, a
Frankie,
couple
yeah.
times actually. The fastest guy in hockey.
Yeah, that's a he probably had a good intro for him too. He's a two-time Calder Cup champ and the fastest player to ever lace on the skates.
Isn't that wild? Like his
Yeah,
AHL record is faster than McDavid's.
I know. I think his skates are in the Hockey Hall of Fame, so
Uh,
as they should be
yeah.
until someone else beats him. But that's a tough record to break.
Well, I just had to play hockey like what was it couple weeks ago. I had to go back to the UK to play in a game, and I'm not breaking his record.
I like to think maybe one day I'd have a chance, but he's probably gonna just keep getting quicker too. So
Well, it's pretty neat when I see Broncos making their NHL debuts because for how we know each other, when I played there, we were not as good as they are now. And I had some good seasons there, but guys that were having good seasons there because the team wasn't doing that well, we weren't getting a lot of looks. And I think it's really neat seeing all these Broncos make it nowadays because I played with some great players at Western Michigan and like really players that were as good as the guys on the other team that were getting NHL deals, but we weren't winning. And then I'd see my buddies that would get East Coast deals, and then they'd have to like they'd win league MVP and work their way up that way. But it's nice to see guys get a chance out of school nowadays.
yeah, well, it's you guys started that they first always talked about the guys that came before, and I know you guys loved it and grinded just as hard as us, and you guys built the foundation, and obviously it's probably really cool for you guys and your team now to see just the progression and now to win a national championship. That program is one of the best in the country, and now it's tough to hear that you guys maybe didn't get the looks, but you guys are just as big of a part of all of our success because that team those teams helped build what it is today. So
Well,
it's really cool though.
it's
Yeah,
really cool that we're national champions, eh?
I know it's insane. It's so fun going when that was going on and going to the rink, and we played Minnesota State, I think, and we had a couple guys from that team that were like from Minnesota State that were on my Abbotsford team, and giving Brock and Van some shit about when Western beat Nodak. It's awesome to be an alumni of that school right now. So
No kidding. And then there is a golf tournament coming up I was planning on being
are you
at.
coming there?
Well, I did last year. It's my first time back in like 18 years, and I actually am not going to be able to make it this time. But I had to give my spot to my college roommate who's taken my spot in the foursome. But it's going to be pretty neat for everybody to get to go back and have the national championship trophy there.
I know that'll be really fun. I'm super pumped for it. I can't make the golf day, but that first day is pretty fun too. So I'm just gonna drive up there and play. I don't know how many guys we got playing in that alumni game, but did you play in that last year?
I did not play hockey. No.
Yeah,
The
I
foursome
don't.
I came with had no interest in playing hockey. They just wanted to golf. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. I remember we did the over 30 and under 30, and our under 30 team had to buy those guys a lot of drinks because we got killed. So we need to have a better one this year.
I actually heard that there might have been a player or two that had had fun before the hockey match started, and maybe it didn't help their hockey playing in the
I
alumni
don't
game.
think the under 30 I don't know. I can't speak for the over 30 team, but I know we were drinking a lot before at the
Right.
hockey house.
They weren't taking it too seriously. You could
Yeah. So yeah, maybe this year, maybe a couple less tequilas and
So like
maybe some Gatorade.
you're still so fresh out of school that like you get to still go back and hang out at the hockey house. Like when I
I
went
don't
back,
that,
I had to
that
go to the hotel.
I know that was probably my last year of going to the hockey house. Before maybe I have one more.
I'm just
I
so
know
happy it still happens.
it is still happening. I knew like two guys last year like that I played with, and now I have I think zero that are actually on the team the next year.
It happens.
So yeah, yeah, I guess it happens kind of quick. So
Yeah.
now I know zero, but yeah, there's still a hockey house to my knowledge.
Well, there should be because
Yeah.
yeah, Western Michigan's a really fun school. We could just stay on this topic because when they won the national championship, I know how much fun that school was when I went there, and we weren't even that good. When we would go on heaters and our team was doing well, it was the most fun school you could ever play at. I can't imagine how much fun Kalamazoo had after they won it.
I know. I mean, I just saw some videos of some of the guys that I knew, and then also some of just the people that I was in classes with. I had on like Instagram or Snapchat or something, and yeah, that city was like getting burned down. There was it looked awesome. It was I was super jealous of those
Yeah,
guys.
no shit.
Uh, yeah, I think all of us were texting in our group chat from our years, and we were like, "That's so cool! Oh my god!" Blah blah, and then we were like, "Fuck, I'm jealous, man." Like,
Well, it's
yeah,
the way you're saying it though. Like I've been out now. Like I've been retired for 10 seasons, so like I'm old. But all my group chats of all the guys that played together all fired up too. I had a group
yeah,
chat
yeah.
with the guys before me, a group chat with the guys under me, and then my class, and we were all chatting, and it was magical. But speaking of winning and it's fun, I don't know if you knew, but the Kincardine Canucks are back-to-back under 13 All Ontario champions. That's who I coached this year.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, and the
Congrats on that.
Broncos won, and you're a Calder Cup champion. We haven't even talked about how much fun you had after winning,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Winning is fun. To stay on the
isn't it?
topic. Yeah, yeah. We got a lot to celebrate. So
Yeah, we had a good year, eh? My team won, your team won, and the
yeah,
Broncos.
yeah. No, I mean you can't ask for much more. Hopefully we can repeat it next year.
So I just saw you inked a new deal with Vancouver then.
Yeah, yeah. A couple days ago.
So that would have been the end of your entry level, is that right?
Yeah. So now I'm off the entry level and back with Van. So I was excited to get that deal done and really hope that I can push for a spot come training camp in September. And I feel that my game's in a good spot, and we did a pretty good job of showing the organization that maybe you have the guys right here that can push for jobs, help give you that depth at a cheaper option. So we're all super excited, and yeah, I'm pumped to be back in Van.
That's cool. When you say all of us pushing together, I found that refreshing because when I was in the AHL, I would say the dynamic wasn't that we were all pushing together and we weren't, everybody wasn't in it for each other like the Broncos are, where you're all brothers. I found it a very strange transition to pro. And the way you're making it sound is how teams win, where you're all in it together. And if we win together, we're all going to go places, you know?
Yeah, no, it's funny because I didn't even think about that as I was saying it. That's just kind of like, me, Archdeep Baines, Linus Carlson, Atu Ratu, all these guys that signed for next year. We all kind of grew up together on that team, and I was there after college for about 20 games, and we went to the playoffs and made a decent run, and then the next year and this year, we've all kind of seen each other. at the top of our game and some ups and downs. So, and we're all really good friends, and we all can be happy for each other when, maybe, you always think I should have been the guy called up or whatever, but, we were all really, really close, and we all knew that going into these playoffs, the best thing for all of us would be to win it all and, try to show the organization that we're here and we're ready to help the Vancouver Canucks. And
Yeah.
so yeah, and that's what we did. And we all got new deals here, and we're all excited.
Well, it
And
sounds like you
yeah,
guys have like a core in the AHL, which can be hard to come by, and that you're all friends. That's, I always say, the closest hockey teams are the teams that win. And in the
yeah,
AHL, it maybe can be harder when everybody's fighting for the same jobs and going up and going down and new guys in the locker room. But it sounds like you grew up with some guys and you guys are brothers and now brothers for life when you win it all, right?
yeah. I know. Someone texted that in our group chat the other day. Like, I'm so sad it's over, and I was like, but it's never over because
No,
we're
it's not.
we're the champions. You could text it. You could text in that group chat in 10 years, say still the champs,
Oh yeah,
and it's true.
that is true. My
Yep.
junior B team still has a group chat 23 years later. So
Exactly. No,
yeah.
these things they never finish because I mean forever, and I'm sure we'll do some you know golf thing in Abbotsford in 25 years, and it'll be the best time ever. So
And nobody changes. Just so you know, now that I'm old, nobody
yeah, I was gonna
actually
say,
changes.
yeah,
We're all
because
still the same.
yeah. All right, that's good to hear. Yeah.
But okay, where are we going now? So you did get called up this year. What was it like getting called up to the show for the first time?
Yeah, I still get goosebumps thinking about it. Yeah, I was in Henderson with Abbotsford, and I got my phone was dead, and I ran to my room and plugged in my phone, and I had a call from Ryan Johnson, the general manager in Abbotsford, and yeah, he called he. I called him, and he said, you're going up. You're playing your first game in Ottawa on Saturday night, and um, all this stuff, Hockey Night in Canada. And I just couldn't even believe it on the phone. I was like, oh my God, oh, and then I was like, my dad's on a flight to Henderson right now
To
because he was
watch
going
you
to come.
play there?
Yeah, yeah. And so I got off the phone with him, called my dad, my mom, my brother, my girlfriend, everyone, and got him. And told him, you're all coming to Ottawa. And then, yeah, that was one of the best days of my hockey career for sure. And actually, I had a lot of them. Lucky enough to have a lot of them this year. And that was definitely one of them. And just so cool. And there's a clip of my dad. I got an assist in that game, and there's a clip of my dad going crazy in the stands. And I'm constantly watching that video still because it's so cool to see the reaction of them. My family, who obviously was there through it all. So it was surreal, and
That would
yeah, it was
be.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then you also had your first NHL goal, eh?
yeah, yeah. That was I couldn't celebrate too big. We were down 5-0, so we gotta have
Yeah.
some class. And
Got to know the score of the game. It's not about
yeah,
you.
yeah. So
Shoot.
but it was really cool. And a guy I looked up to, JT Miller, passed the puck, and he went and grabbed the puck for me. And I'll never forget that. And um that was a special moment.
Oh,
So
no
yeah.
doubt. Yeah. So I actually haven't seen you play, you know. I was following some Bronco stuff and everybody kept posting about was there another Bronco on your team this year?
Yeah, there was in Abbotsford, Ty Glover was
Okay,
on
so
my
and
team,
he's a
and
So I saw guys keep posting like these two Broncos just won the AHL. I'm like, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So I cold called you. So thanks for making the time, but it's pretty neat. You guys won her all in the AHL, like it really is. And so, what was the final series?
Uh, we won in 6 games against Charlotte, and we won one, lost one there. And in the AHL, it's 2-3-2. I don't know if it was like that when you played.
Yeah.
So we had 3 games at home, and we won the first two. So we're up 3-1 in the series, and all the families came in and everything, and we really thought it was going to end that night. And in OT, we hit a couple posts, and next thing you know, it hits off three of our guys and goes in our net. Literally three of our guys, bang, 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 into our own net. And yeah, so then we had to fly 6 hours from Van to Charlotte, and we were down 2-0 in that game. So then it was like, oh no, are we really going to go to Game 7? And luckily, we scored a couple goals, and then we scored a late goal in the second, and uh, honestly kind of hung on, because like it's tough when you get in those championship, like, you're it's tough because you're like, oh, don't look at the clock, don't look at the clock, but come on, that's really all you're doing as it winds down. You're like, okay, 10 minutes, come on, no goals.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
And then if you
yeah.
look at it too hard, then all of a sudden everything could change.
Yes. So I was thinking of those NHL playoff games this year, where you saw that St. Louis Winnipeg game. You remember that one where they scored 2 goals with like last 30 seconds to tie it. So yeah, you couldn't look too hard, but then they went off sides with like 6 seconds left or something, and then the
Right. You started
celebration.
feeling
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So then you won. Who did you play in the finals? Charlotte?
The Charlotte Checkers.
So
Yeah.
then you would have had to fly back to Abbotsford. So do you have a night there and then
Yeah,
fly back?
so we won. It was late at that point, in a Monday night. So they had like the restaurant in the Bojangles or Coliseum in Charlotte open for us all night. It was just so fun, kind of seeing the coaches and the management and everything like that, like see those guys let their hair down a little bit, and joke with them about everything throughout the year, and then obviously hang out with all the guys, and just enjoy the every time the cup, everyone would lift like it was, I don't know, it was awesome. And then then the next morning we flew back 6.5 hours, and a bunch of Abbotsford fans were waiting at the airport, waiting at the rink, which was really cool. We were not really even thinking about that. And then our owner was nice enough to have us at his restaurant, and um, then one of the local nightclubs like let us come in, and they kind of hooked everything up for us.
Is
And
that picture of you with the trophy with
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
behind you?
yeah,
That looked
yeah,
really cool.
yeah. That was awesome. They yeah, because it was like a Tuesday night, and
That's a
then
busy spot for a Tuesday night.
I know, I think one of the promoters in there kind of gave some people a heads up that we were coming, and there was next thing you know, there was like a ton of people there. And then I think people probably saw like our Artie Party, like Artist He Loves, like he's a pretty big name in Vancouver. He's a pretty big deal. He had that playoff run last year with them, and obviously his playoff run down in the AHL. So it was awesome. Yeah, and then some guys had some trips and stuff. So we kind of it was a little different. I was telling some of the guys that I saw and first talking to from that Broncos winning team, like those guys have like pretty much the whole semester left to party, and in
To
the
enjoy
AHL,
it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you know how it is, like people have families and people have stuff to do. So it was a couple day celebration, and then everyone kind of got out of there. But like you said, we're always the champs.
The one thing that stuck out though is winning at home and winning on the road. I was fortunate enough to do both places.
Oh, have you?
And
Yeah.
in Germany we won on the road, and then we had like the night in the arena, but then we bussed back that night from Munich to Bietigheim, and like it was just the guys on the bus, and you get that time where it's just the guys, where if you win at home in Denmark, we won at home, and all of a sudden like your locker room's full of people, and like the families are in there, everybody's in there, and it's never just the guys. You just win, and all of a sudden it's everybody. Where
Oh,
if
I
you
guess I
win on
didn't.
the
I didn't
road,
think about that.
you get to win with just the guys for a night, and then
You
you
know,
get
I
bring
didn't think
everybody
about
else in.
that, but 100% all the families would have been in the room, and maybe it wouldn't have been as cool as it was with the guys that you won
They're
it with.
both ways are cool, it's just
Yeah,
different, you
a
know.
lot different. Yeah, I didn't think that Charlotte locker room was literally just us, and you're right. Yeah, it was just the boys, and we kept pouring beer all and champagne all over each other.
So I'm guessing because to win championships, the boys would have to dig down deep. So there would have been some guys playing through some pretty cool injuries. Cause like I find it interesting seeing guys I've played with play through injuries and you're like, man, you're tougher than me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, there was I think there was like one of the guys, Sammy Blay. I think his ankle was pretty beat up. I'm not 100% sure if it was broken, but it sure looked like it.
Right. You don't really talk about it in playoffs, eh? You just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
are you in the
yeah.
lineup?
I mean, he
Yes,
was
I
on
am.
the yeah, exactly. Like I mean, he couldn't even really skate besides for the games, and he would just give it all he had out there. Jujar Kara, I don't his back is really messed up. And then there was another guy that I don't can I his pod, like you could say whatever on here. He
Uh,
like broke his testicle. So I mean that's a weird one, but
I think you can say that like that's just real stories.
yeah, yeah.
People do break testicles, yes.
I know. I mean it was insane. And
Could he play like that?
he missed one game, but it was I don't know. He luckily like everything's good and he'll be able to have kids and stuff. But he did wear a cup too, which is even more impressive maybe for him. But
Um,
that could even happen.
I played with a
So
guy that broke a testicle once. It was
yeah.
I was in the coast and our goalies got called up, so then they needed like this beer leaguer to come in for a practice. And he was nice enough to show up to our practice, and his left nut was hanging below his cup. And a guy took a slap shot and it hit him right in the nut, and the thing exploded like a grapefruit.
Oof. Yeah. I guess. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I think Zuccarello had one of those this year, if I'm not mistaken. Someone in the NHL did, but that sounds. Yeah, that's insane. Is he all right? His testicles
I
good?
don't know. He was just a beer leaguer that showed up to a practice. I mean, he left for the hospital. I never saw him again.
Oof.
Yeah,
Damn. Yeah, the poor
that's
guy.
tough
It's just
balls for
like I'm
coming out
just
to
trying to
help
help
out.
you guys
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, one question I got, because I didn't always get hockey growing up, but there's different roles and people do different things. And like to get to the show, there's a certain thing guys do to make it. I've never seen you play. So what's your player review of yourself? What role do you play?
Hmm. I like to think of myself as two way centerman. I'm still trying to get a little thicker, I'd say, and a little more meatier on the bones to probably help my defensive game. And I thought I took some big steps this year. I didn't PK last year, and I played a lot of PK in Abbotsford, and even in the NHL, they would throw me out there once in a while in that third rotation. I think my number one asset's probably my speed. Uh, I try to use my speed and my skating ability um, in all zones to carry the puck and make it easier for my teammates. So yeah, I'd say those are my biggest factors, and then I also would like to think that I'm a pretty good teammate and get someone that guys like to hang out with and
Aren't
be
all
around.
Broncos, eh?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what we would always say. Yeah. So yeah, I think those are my best
Yeah.
qualities. I think
It sounds like you play a complete game or try to, and
I try to. Yeah,
yeah, and
100%.
then
Yeah,
when you get called up, right? It's like when I was
it's a lot. Yeah,
5'8" and a little guy. It's like, well, if I don't score, then I'm useless, and if you don't put me on the power play, then I'm probably not going to. Where if you can work your way in, getting on the PK, and then doing well, and then you just keep earning your ice time, then you can be doing all sorts of shit.
yeah, yeah, 100%. My time in Van, I started off, probably seven, 7.5, 8 minutes, and by the end, it seemed that my his trust with me was a lot higher, and it might not sound like much, but I was getting in that 10.5, 11 range, which is 3 extra minutes, which is probably like 5 extra shifts or 6 extra shifts, which is quite a bit. So hopefully, carry that on. There's a new coach, but he is familiar with me, Adam Foote, and yeah, yeah, I think if you try to round out, yeah, my game and hopefully take what I've learned from the NHL and the AHL in playoffs,
Yeah, well,
should
you would
help
have
me
learned
out.
a lot in the playoffs of the AHL. Winning a championship ain't easy, and knowing what it takes to actually win one is
Yeah,
something teams should be looking at.
yeah, yeah. I agree, and yeah, we all agree on that. It's for sure. Here's over there.
Okay, here's a cutting edge question. What was your favorite bar at Western Michigan?
Ooh. Um, we uh we went to Waldo's
Yeah,
quite a bit. I don't know if that was definitely there when you were there, right?
sure
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was the goat there?
The goat. No.
Okay, so we went to the goat quite a bit.
What kind of place is the goat?
It's just like a regular sports bar. It's right near the camp. I don't. It's right next to what is that? Two Fellas. You guys been there?
Like that's
Is
out
that
of
was
my
that there?
age range
Okay,
too.
what was the bar in that?
So
There's like
we
a little like
we had the
there was
tap room that then became the grotto or something, they
yeah,
said.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's right. The goat's like right across the street from that.
Mm,
Um, and then honestly though, we did like those bars, but we had this hockey house that we called the Sin Bin,
mhm.
and people we had quite a few people there on Saturday nights.
It,
So
those parties are way more fun than going to a bar.
yeah, I agree. But on especially my sophomore year, we had I lived at that hockey house, and we would have like 300 to 400 people in the house and the basement. There was a basement that technically we weren't allowed to go down there, but
Okay.
we did, and we threw crazy parties down there, and then people would be all in the house, and it could be snowing outside, and people would be in our front lawn and backyard, and
Yep.
really, and I'd say the cops probably got called almost at 100% of the time. And then
Yeah, you're bringing back memories. Was when I first got there, there was a couple hockey houses like on Lafayette by the rink, and
yeah, there's still those. There's still a couple of those there.
well,
Is it?
that was living when you got the parties, you got flip a cup, you got
Yeah,
beer pong, all the
yeah,
fun
yeah.
games. Beer darts. Did you ever dabble in beer darts? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, there was some beer darts until someone got hurt, I think, and
Mm,
we
dart in the
stopped doing the
foot.
beer darts. But they,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, right in the foot.
So my
Um,
captain brought that to Western Michigan. We didn't know
really?
anything about it my first 2 years, and then we transferred a guy in from Minnesota, and he brought beer darts with him. And I tell you,
Well, tell that,
I
yeah,
never looked back.
tell that guy that they're still doing that at Western.
That's
So
fantastic.
that, yeah, I didn't even. I'm gonna bring that up at the alumni weekend that this was a tradition from far back. And
Mike
honestly, we
Erickson,
could maybe
Mo,
just
the
okay,
captain.
Mike Garrison.
Yeah.
We could honestly just say that Western invented beer darts and hockey. Um,
Oh, when you'd get the hockey team and the football team sitting around in a circle playing beer darts, I couldn't believe the 400-pound football guy couldn't handle his alcohol. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, the hockey guys would always, yeah, they would always beat them out there, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, those house parties though, bad. Western Michigan does know how to have fun when you're
They do.
university age, eh?
Did you guys do house crawl when you were there, or bar? What is it? I think it was house crawl where like everyone goes on the roof.
On the roof.
I don't know. You guys probably did something like similar. I don't know when the roof thing came involved, but I know the roof thing stopped. But I was there for one of them.
Well, there's a lot of fun traditions that start and then they try to end them on you.
Yeah, I mean that the roof tradition probably was probably a good thing it ended, but
Well, I guess I don't know what else I have for you. I think it's really neat seeing Broncos do well, and
yeah.
like I just that golf tournament's going to be electric this summer, eh?
It will be very fun, and yeah, it's too bad you're not coming, but I'm sure in some of that one I'll be there. I pretty much book my summer around that alumni weekend, or I try to. It's my dad's 60th, so I can't miss that for the Saturday. But I will be there on Friday, and I'll probably be there at the rest of them as long as I live in Michigan. So
Is there only one more year of Lawson Ice Arena?
yeah, yeah.
This is the last season.
I think this is it. I mean that new facility. I don't know if you've heard like. Sorry,
Oh,
you
you're
back?
back.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that new facility. Yeah, well, it's gonna be sad to see Lawson go.
That's where I feel like that's what I remember, and like I don't know,
But
I
it's
don't.
also pretty cool to see like they're gonna have the nicest arena. We're gonna have the nicest arena in college hockey, which is also cool.
I guess. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
you're
like
gonna
I don't
miss
like all
the.
the bells and whistles. I don't like
I
driving
know,
around
I
in a
know,
big
I know.
fancy truck. I like my normal truck,
Yeah, I
and
know,
then you
I
get the
know. That
lost and lunatics over there,
I
and
know.
then you're still national champions even without the nice arena. That's cool.
I know. No, I agree with you. We've had I've had a lot of these conversations, and like I don't know, it is tough because I know these new kids that are coming up. They want the
That's what
bells
they
and
want.
whistles.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. You can just picture them all sitting in there on their phones, not even talking to each other.
I also am. Yeah, I guess the only thing I'm nervous about too is it going to be the Lost and Lunatics, like, or is it just going to be like a kind of a office environment in the
Right?
arena?
Like the Leafs arena.
The exact. I was thinking the Leafs arena.
All the
Yeah.
suits. It's true though. Like the Lost and Lunatics make Western Michigan what it is, and like when you play a home game and it's packed over there, it's as fun as hockey gets, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I guess they're gonna have like buses and stuff. I heard taking you from, but it's not. It's probably it's tough because Lawson was in like everyone's like backyard,
Yeah,
so
and
they
they
could
could
all
all
just
pregame
drink.
in the
Yeah,
dorms or in
and then
their
just
houses
walk
and
over.
walk over.
Yeah, no matter how cold it was, they would still go and line up. And
I totally agree.
so
Actually,
yeah, we'll see.
I got another question for you though,
Yeah.
because I had a couple things going on that never panned out. But what was the decision like leaving after your sophomore year and signing?
Uh, yeah, it was tough, honestly.
But you get that opportunity, why not? Right?
I know, I know. I mean, I always some part of me wishes that I maybe would have gone back for one more, not for like to get better at hockey or anything, just to be like a kid for one more year.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, it was the right decision, 100%. And I had quite a my agent was telling me at the time, if you have one or two offers, you're not going to leave, but if you have 15, it's probably time to go. So I had probably close to like uh 13 or 14 offers to
Really?
leave. And then at that point, it was kind of, something that, I saw some guys that had NHL offers that didn't leave that ended up,
And not panning
maybe
out.
not, yeah, and maybe they didn't have the best, whatever next year. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, you're looking at A deals. And, I thought the time was right. Obviously, everyone's dream is always to try to play in the NHL. And, I thought Vancouver, was really good, and they really, really liked me. And, it's tough though. Me and First, the coach, we, it was we kind of butted heads there for a second. And, I don't think he was too happy to have me leaving. And, I understood that. And then, but the second I came to that alumni weekend, that year that I actually left, we had a beer and kind of just talked it all out. And, he couldn't have been, um, happier for me. He was obviously disappointed that I was leaving the Broncos, but all he said, he kept on saying, "No, all you can do is go forward. I can't wait to see you succeed at the next level," and that made me feel really good. Just having, and all the boys had my back too. So it was a tough decision, but it worked out, and I'm obviously still can call myself forever a Bronco. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. Even when you're in your 40s and then win the national championship, you still feel like you had something to do with it.
yeah, 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 yep,
It's but that's one neat thing about NCAA, which this whole where they can transfer however much they want and the portal or whatever. When I was there, like I was the recruit taker outer guy. That was my job. The coaches always gave me the recruits unless somebody knew the guy. And I took that to heart. It's like, well, if I can make the Broncos better when I'm gone by making sure
yep,
this recruit has the most fun night he's ever had,
yep, yep,
it's a
yeah.
big job.
That is a massive job. Yeah, I had a couple of those jobs, and it's fun, but
Oh, you have to make it fun.
yeah, and you really hope that the kid is like fun or fun enough, and try to like get him
But
going.
then if he's not, he's probably not going to fit in with Western Michigan,
That is also a valid point. Yeah, because like he probably won't fit the culture that we're trying to. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
It is true. But yeah, those were some fun nights. Okay, well, you got any questions for me? The only other thing names I'd written down though was the goal you were there, Boosie. He just signed again, and he was a hell of a goalie at Western, and he's still doing it in pro, eh?
Yeah, we got Bus, Poland, Ronnie Addard. I'll give some shout outs to the
Yeah.
Broncos in the still that I'm thinking of. Osterley, Dries. Yeah, I mean it's really cool just seeing too when you play against these guys that like, we Broncos, like we all know it and everyone knows on each other's team where, that guy, even if you didn't play with the guy, like you're still a Bronco with him. So,
Oh yeah.
just like us.
It's
So
true though. It was like I'd go to the UK and line up for a draw, and a guy'd be like, "Wally, Broncos." I'm like, "Hey."
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep,
uh,
exactly.
yeah, it's fun stuff.
Well,
But
yeah, thank you for having me on.
no, seriously,
This has
keep
been
up the
fun.
good
Yeah.
work. You're making all of us alumni proud, and I wish I was going to be at the golf tournament so we could meet in person and have a beer. But
That would be fun. Well,
it'll
yeah,
be
maybe
maybe next
next year.
summer.
Maybe
Yeah,
next
next.
summer.
Yeah, and hopefully there's a national championship trophy there again next year, right? Who
I
knows?
mean, regardless, that trophy stays with them though, right? So we can keep bringing that thing out.
Okay, that's cool because I was really looking forward to my selfie with it. But
Yeah, same, same.
um,
I hope they get another one.
okay, well, have fun at the golf tournament. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and
Yep,
say hi to all the
100%.
Bronco family. Okay. And keep on doing you.
All right.
And I can't wait to
Thank you
watch you
again
in the
for having me.
NHL next season. And this has been another
All
episode of
right,
Two
yeah,
Ales and Hockey Tales with Sass and Wally.